Hey everyone, it's EvanMagician34 once again. Got a deck. I ran it this morning in my local. Turned out alright. But you already know, Summon Cat. I gave in, I played Sling Conventional. Ultimately I've become comfortable with the idea of Summon Cat. Bottom line, it's pretty much the best deck in the format. Evidenced by the fact that my first 2 rounds out of 4, I went up against very skillful players with good builds for Blackwings and took them both down. In fact, even in the second match, he was consistently getting 2 to 3 copies of Icarus Attack and the Solemn, and I was still managing to cut through them, and I just pot of avarice my way back through it, and I had the staying power, essentially. So, it's a pretty good deck, pretty awesome. I went Lightsworns, match 3, aced them, played a very unusual deck round 4, but, you know, we're the only 2 undefeated. It's got to give some credence. Red Eyes, Darkness Metal, Dragon. Didn't expect it, but when you can't find the top deck answer for Decoy Dragon, sometimes you can wait a long time. So, yeah. Anyway, just going to run through it. You should know the idea of Summon Cat, so I'm not going to bore you to tears on this one. I'm going to go through it really quickly. Summoner Monk. Rescue Cat. Wolverine. Oops, I mean Arabellum. Oh well, maybe I do mean Wolverine. 1 copy of Ryko, 1 copy of Panther, 1 copy of Rose, 2 Spies, 1 Guard, 1 Tomato. There's a lot of 1-ofs in this deck, but it's got so much searching power and draw power, it ends up balancing out. Sangan, sorry about the reflection there. Plague Spreader. And Plague Spreader is not the most conventional. I'm thinking about pulling him out and maybe running Circo, Blackwing Circo the Dawn in his place. But he's come through okay. I was using him to go get Tempest. I've swapped Tempest out of my Synchro deck. But I'm still toying with that. But I ran it. It was okay. Never did me wrong. 1 copy of Gale. Dark Armed. Gores. 19 monster count. Alright. A lot of 1-ofs in the spells. Storm, Trinade, MST. You want to clear that back row so you can go off and deal that lethal damage. Monster Born. Brain. That's really what the deck's about. I mean, you're trying to set up that game win scenario. Double Allure. And some people are running singles on Pot of Avarice, but really it's amazing. You can run 2 quite easily, because basically all you need to do is hit Summoner Monk, or hit the Tomato / Sangan to go get the Monk, etc. And basically that automatically pumps the grave full. If they answer a Synchro you produce, that's your 5th, because it's Monk, Cat, the 2 things you search for, and then the Synchro you got from, and that's 5. So that's an automatic Pot of Avarice. So, I never really sat dead in my hand except 1 game where actually I had 2 of it and Dark Arm in my opening hand. A game which I won anyway, and the Pot of Avarice has had a lot to do with it. So, double Mind Control, double Book, and Swords. Now, the original build of this deck actually was not supposed to have swords, but I don't currently have a Crush Card Virus. One of the reasons it's on my want list, if you're on my channel, you should be looking over here right now. If not, well, you should be on my channel anyway. Swords is my choice over Crush for the time being. Crush is also part of the reason that Plague Spreader was originally in the deck. So yeah, Swords does do you a lot of good. It buys you time, and of course it feeds Summoner Monk. So 14 spell count, in case I didn't already mention that. Mirror and Torrential, enough said on those 2. Only 7 traps, 3 Solemns. And last but not least, the Bottomlesses. They're just so good against everything, especially Blackwings. And of course they hurt your counterpart, other Synchro Cats. Synchro deck. I run a very similar Synchro deck for most builds. I'm going to bother to call out all their names, necessarily. This guy, I'm getting real close to axing him altogether, to be honest. Avenging Knight, against Lightsworn or anybody who hides in Thunder King, he's godly. Kills Judgment, kills everything. Can't plug that guy enough, really. Double Dark Strike, has to be double Dark Strike, yeah, he's expensive, but listen, he's your OTK. Don't be one of these people who's running Summon Cat with just 1 Dark Strike. It kills so much of what you got. And yes, you do need 2 Arcanites. Master, Black Rose, YuGiOh, Tin Man, and still a 5-star choice, at least for the time being. So that's the deck. Rate, comment, subscribe, and hey, if you have any input about this deck pre-crush, other than hey, get a crush, because yeah, I knew that. Tell me, what do you think? Swords in for crush, maybe something else is better I didn't think of at the time. Maybe you think something else better for Plague other than YuGiOh. I mean, throw me your input. I want to know what you think. Good, bad? I'm open for opinion. This is how we all learn. So, thanks for your time, and until I post again, peace.